Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm about to show y'all how to line yourself up if you're going in between haircuts or anything like that. Got something to do, hair growing back, this is the go-to video. Got the clippers already warmed up for y'all, so I got some ANDIS T-liners. Okay, these are pretty much the best clippers to line yourself up, in my personal opinion. Other people use different types, but this is what I've seen most barbers use, and they're pretty accurate. So I'm gonna start off by brushing down the hair. Have to, because once it starts laying down, then you'll be able to see what you didn't cut. Okay. So you get your outliners, and I start from the sides. Most people do, but if you can get me real quick, I stretch the skin out, and you want to go at an angle. Okay. You want to hold them in this position. If you hold them in a different position, you might cut yourself. Some people, you don't want to tilt them down. You don't want to press them firm against your skin. You want to just dab at it. Okay. Also, I go at an angle. Everybody's hairline is different, but you don't want to go straight down in a line, because most of your line, most in the front, your line goes with your eyebrow. Some of them go past it. But if you have a line like I do, and you can see that it goes directly on top of the eyebrow, you don't want to start back here, because if I wouldn't have went straight down, I probably would have messed my line up. So you want to go at an angle. Alright. Just want to dab it. You don't want to go too far up. You want to go as slow and as little up as possible, because you might cut too much hair off. You also want to position them as straight as possible. Combing it. Okay, you see how I did half of it? You don't want to just start in the middle, because your line might be crooked. Sometimes your line is a little higher up over this side than it is this side. So I start on one side, so when I get ready to get on this side, I can make it as even as possible. Okay. Stretch the skin out when you're doing your sideburns. Need a little light. And generally, I use a straight razor after I cut my hair with ANDIS. Some people don't. Some people don't even know how to use them, but I will post a video on there using a straight razor also, if you want that clean, crisp cut. I like a rounded look. Some people like square look. You just cut it like that, and then just go at the straight angle and cut like that. But I like mine to be rounded off. Alright, so we got that side, and I want to show you this real quick. When we go to this side, we're going to use this comb right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the middle. And you want to pull away. Once again, you gotta keep combing and brushing your hair, so you can get the hairs that you miss. So we're done with this side. We're gonna move over to the next side. Alright, we're gonna move over to the other side. So I can make sure that my line is even. I'm gonna measure with my comb. Some people use the little white chalk. I think it's sloppy, but I mean everybody got their own way. So I'm gonna use this comb and start at the corners of my line, and I'm gonna go to my eyebrow because my line actually, see that right there, it actually goes along with my eyebrow. So I'm gonna make the other side the same way. So I'm gonna put the comb in there like that. Just measure where my eyebrow at. Take the comb on the other side, keeping my hand still. And as you see, my line is pretty straight. So I'm gonna just cut it, and I'm gonna keep measuring back and forth, make sure I'm on point with it. Okay. So comb this down. As you see, my hair was growing back, so I pretty much knew where my line was. But the comb measurements will pretty much work if you're cutting somebody's head that hasn't been cut for a while, or they was growing it back, they had a messed up haircut or whatever. All right, pull my skin back a little bit, and I dab, and I pull back. See that? Try that again. You don't want your clippers to sit on your skin for a long time because you might cut your head. You might cut it. And when you go to put alcohol or whatever it is that you put on there, it will hurt. Alright, so I'm going to do my sideburns. Don't have much, but the way I cut them, I'll make a little bit show up. Once again, you want to be very careful with these clippers. If you're in the process of this and you're a beginner or whatever the case is, and you mess up on your line, you can always taper your hair up. And if you need that type of assistance, you can hit me up, and I'll show you how to do that. So you won't walk around with a do-rag on or whatever. You just take your hair up so the sideburns won't show. Alright, so I got the sides, got the corners. Measure that. It's pretty good. Look pretty even on my end. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna take it all the way through. I'm going to take it around. One thing I can't say about these ANDIS, they cut very good, but they do get hot. So just spray them off, and then you can continue. Switch to the brush, a little bit more detail. Alright, had a little part in here, so I'm gonna put that back in here. Then you're pretty much done in the front. gonna move on to the back. This is the front. I'm gonna show you one more thing before I move to the back, though. I'll show you the little comb trick as far as getting the corners even, but a lot of times you have the corners down here, they're uneven. Sometimes you have small ones. You know, everybody here don't grow even like that, so you kind of have to make the line. So you want to go from the bottom corner to your eyebrow and make sure that it's the same length as over here, because it might be a little longer or it might be shorter. So you just take it up. Of course, you can't make your hair longer, so you will even out the short with the short. Alright, so let's move on to the back. Brush my hair real good. And, the way I like to do it, as you can see, the way I like to do it, I start from the sides, and I want to go in. I want to at the end of the cutting, it will be kind of like a V. You don't want to go too much in to where it's a point V, but it's at a V angle. So you want to hold your ear. I don't want to cut yourself. Some people break out when they use these, so I would advise you to sanitize them real well. Or if you know you break out from these type of clippers, you might want to change them out or change the blades out and go from there. You don't want to go too far up, but you do want it to be noticeable that you got a line. Get them edges. I'm running my my corners off. That's the look I like to go for. Try to get that even as possible. Get that middle there. Look at it. Alright, you do the other side and you're good to go. And that is how you give yourself a line, my friends. This is T. I'm out.